Well, what I love about the AVA credit card is that it gives you actually instant approval. We're talking about $2,500 to $25,000. That's a good delta. Okay. So in today's conversation, I want to review the AVA credit card. Okay. This is a card that basically it's not a credit card really because it is the debit card, if you will, but it's basically your money. Okay, that they use, but they will look at your income. And the cool thing is they have no credit check and instant approval. So I want you to stick around till the end of today's conversation.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower that's stinging in the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you are to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to review the AVA credit card. Okay, here is a credit card that is that actually offers you no credit check. You have instant approval, and you have a $2,500 in minimum limit and $25,000 as maximum limit. Okay, let me give you an overview before we actually dig a little deeper. So when you think about AVA, I want you to think about a credit builder credit card. In other words, the card allows you to build credit. This is really good, and you are saving money on debt. Okay, so this is the duality the card is trying to help you achieve. And what we love about AVA is that they actually create a personalized step-by-step plan that starts with improving your credit score. Based on our experience and our clients, you can actually boost your credit score by 100 points in 60 days. Now, AVA has put on their website you can boost your credit score by 100 points in 30 days, but in reality, it's difficult. What we have seen is that you can indeed boost your FICO score by 100 points in 60 days, in 2 months. Okay, so how does AVA build your credit and saves you money? So AVA has credit building features that actually are set up in a way that you are saving money on debt. Okay, so they have two products. They have the credit building card, and they have the savings builder card. I mean, not the card. They have the credit building card and the savings builder. Okay, so when you combine those two elements, you're able to save money faster. You're able to boost your credit score real fast. Okay, I will explain a little one about the credit building card and the savings builders for you to have a clear understanding of what we are talking about. But the thing is that the credit building card allows you to, they actually look at your income. So they see how much you're making, they see the frequency, how often you're paid, and all that kind of stuff to actually set your limits. So 2,500 minimum limit and 25,000 maximum limit. Okay, so this is good because here is a card that pays no attention to your credit score. So whether you are 300 or you are 750, they will approve you as long as you're making money. Okay, so they'll look at you look at your financial situation, and they will automatically pair you up with the best credit products that saves you money. Okay, so the bottom line is AVA is really they are a credit builder card. They are a savings builder, but also have a technology, an AI driven technology, artificial intelligence driven technology that allows you to actually to get the best credit products possible. So let's talk about eligibility here. Before I dig deeper into the features themselves of this product, eligibility, you got to be at least 18 years of age. Okay, no matter where you live. The cool thing is that AVA actually covers the whole United States. So this is they have national presence. Doesn't matter where you live. Okay, and so you have to be 18 years of age at least, and you have to provide during the application process. You have to provide your pay stubs, your W-2s, your 1099s. In other words, any kind of financial information that relates to your employment, you need to provide that, because they need to verify that you are indeed making the money you said that you were making. Okay, so if you want to have a no income proof credit card or no income proof loan, you're not at the right spot here. Okay, so they might also ask you to provide proof of employment, not proof of pay, the proof of employment. In other words, they might ask your employer to provide a letter of verification, a letter of employment verification. So in other words, they'll ask your boss to say, this person is working at our company. This is the date he or she started working, and they've been with us for that long, and this is the money that he or she is making. Okay, and remember, in terms of your minimum gross annual income, they want you to make at least $12,000. That's gross income. Okay, so AVA wants you to make at least $1,000 a month. Okay, so this is if you're making less than that, you want to wait a little bit more. You want to get to that threshold before you contact them. Okay, and they want you to have a bank account, because AVA is going to verify. See, when I'm talking about verifying your employment history and all that kind of stuff, they're not just listening to you. I mean, trust is cool, but you want to verify things too, right? So they will verify your financial. Your inflows and cash flow, your inflows and outflows of cash. They'll verify that through your bank account. So they will ask you to show them either bank statements for the last 3 months, or they will ask you to actually link up your bank account to their system. Okay. Nowadays it's very easy to do. There's a tool called the Plaid that allows lenders such as AVA to verify your bank account. Okay, and you got to have, in terms of FICO score, I've said this before, there's no credit check. So it doesn't matter what FICO score you have. If you have 300 or 750 or 850, it doesn't matter. You can still qualify for the AVA credit card. So when we talk about this card, who is the target audience? Well, target audience, we have two categories, okay? Folks who have bad credit. So, boss, are you in that category? In other words, you are an adult, or you are in your 40s, in your 30s, in your 20s, in your 50s, and whatnot, and you have bad credit. In other words, things happen to you, things you have been going through stuff, collections, repo, whatever, and your credit is bad. So if you are in that category, AVA wants you. As long as you are working, as long as your financial situation is, I think, is rosy, because we have to make a strict distinction between your cash position and your credit score, right? Your cash position is a reflection of your current employment history and budgeting ability. Your credit score is a result of your past history, financially speaking. So if you're making money, if you're making bank right now, but you have bad credit, you would be an interest in the party for AVA. The other category of folks that AVA is interested in is folks who have thin credit. Not bad credit, thin credit. In other words, you're just young. You're 18. You're 19 years of age, right? You're 20 years of age, whatever. And you're just starting to live your life right now, and you're finding it hard to establish credit. AVA can be a good tool for you. Okay. Remember, to apply for this AVA credit card, you have to go to the website. You got to enter your phone number. And what will happen here is that AVA will text you a pre-qualification link. Okay, so that's one option. You can go to the website and do everything on the website, or you can download the app on your phone. So we're showing you on the screen right now. So if you have an iPhone, you go to the Apple Store, and you look for AVA, and you can download the app. Okay. And if you have an Android phone, you go to a Google Play Store, and you can download the app. Now, if you download the app automatically, you will not be activated. You still need to enter AVA system, right? They will send you a link, a pre-qualification link for things to be activated. Okay. Now, one thing we have found, and this is very unfortunate, AVA, if you're listening to us, you want to fix that. The problem is AVA does not have a toll-free number. This is unfortunate, because if you have a question, you are on your own. The only thing you can do is you can email them at support@meetava.com, and they promise to get back to you within 24 hours. Okay, we have not tested that claim, but that's what they promise on the website. But they don't have a toll-free number. Now I want to talk to you about the features of the AVA products because this is something you'll be interested in. Okay, so we have essentially two products. So we have the credit builder card, and we have the savings builder. Okay, as I promised you, I'm gonna go a little deeper here. So, in other words, with AVA, you are building credit by using less credit. In other words, they look at your financial situation. I said this before. They look at your liquidity situation. They look at your cash flow, your cash inflow and cash outflows. They look at your employment history. So you have no interest or fees. You have instant approval, and you have credit limits that starts at $2,500 and goes higher as you make on-time payments. So the $25,000 I mentioned earlier is a gradual process. You don't get it right away. You start at $2,500. And if your financial history, if your financial patterns are good, and if they like the payment history, they will bump you up in your credit. Okay. And you can use your card to pay for online recurring expenses, including Netflix, Spotify, and Amazon subscriptions. Okay. And the cool thing is they report your progress to all three credit bureaus. This is really good. And they actually promise that your score will go up in as little as 30 days. Okay. So how does the AVA credit building card work? So the AVA credit building card works like any other credit card, but has built-in features meant to boost your credit score. So with a credit limit of $2,500, but the ability to spend up to $25 on a subscription program monthly, what they do is that they will improve your credit card utilization score, which is a big part of your credit score. Okay. In other words, they give you $2,500, but you can only spend up to $25. See the gap? Let me repeat that. They give you a credit limit of $2,500, but you can only spend up to $25. Okay. So this is pretty cool because that way your credit utilization ratio, your CUR, is very low. Okay. That's like 1%. And if your CUR is low, guess what? Your FICO score goes up. Okay. So the balance on your AVA is due 7 days after you use the card, which they pull from the bank account you connected during onboarding. So they then report both your utilization and on-time payments to the credit bureaus, which again boosts your credit score. Very simple. So that's for the credit builder card. What about the savings builder tool? Now you can build credit while building your savings. So you can set aside as little as $21 per paycheck to your locked AVA account. Okay, so you are building credit with every on-time payment. So you can access all your savings after completing the plan. It's all yours, 0% interest. What I'm trying to say here is that they actually are locking a certain amounts in it's like a secure credit card. Okay, so they are locking an amount in their in account for you, and because they're trying to cover their ass. They are covering their ass. So in case you don't pay the whatever balance you have in the 7 days, they'll take that money from your own account, from your savings account. They'll take their money and cover the cost. So that's how they're covering their ass. Okay. So the save and build credit feature is a perfect way to build both your savings and your credit score. Okay. So you put $21 every month into an AVA wallet for 12 months. Let's talk about the FICO monitoring, because the cool thing with AVA is that, I just want to make sure you get it. Boss, are you with me here? So AVA tells you to put $21 in an account per month for 12 months. And they give you, in return, they give you an initial limit of $25. Okay, they give you a limit of $2,500, but an amount you can actually spend of $25. But that $25 goes up as you increase your history of on-time payments. Now, part of the thing we love with AVA is that you have the ability to monitor your credit score. Okay, so you access your credit score to stay on track. So you can check your credit score weekly, because a lot of folks want you to check your credit score monthly. But with AVA, since you sign up for, let's say you had a goal where you want your credit score to go up, they give you access to your credit score on a weekly basis. You can see whether you're making progress or not. If they're just taking your money and not doing anything or whatever. Okay, so you can access insights into what's impacting your score, and you can get notifications when you fail to make payments, which you shouldn't anyway, right? You don't want that. And so this is what is good. And what is also good is that you are actually, by monitoring your credit score, you have more incentive to pay down your credit card. Okay, this is really good. And AVA also helps you by giving you a personal loan. They give you a personal loan at a lower interest rate so that you can pay down your credit card debt. Okay, now the thing is that remember that you have some of your cash with them too. The $21 that I talked to you about earlier, you making that payment $21 every month. Okay, 21 times 12, we're looking at what, $240, $252. Okay, so that's something anyway. Okay, that's money. Okay, but it is what it is. This is how they build their business model. Okay, and you also have the ability to monitor your savings. So AVA has an artificial intelligence, an AI-driven tool that allows you really to monitor your savings in real time. So the $21, that's the minimum. The one that you actually allocate to your savings account per month, that's the minimum. If you want to allocate $200 or you want to allocate $1,000, it's totally yours. Okay, it's totally yours. But the bottom line is that AVA has made things very clear that they are using technology a lot to automate everything from your savings to your credit builder tool. Everything is automated. You know, in other words, they are AI driven, artificial intelligence driven. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about AVA, credit card, and I want to talk to you about the CRA reporting. So we are talking about the credit reporting agency. Okay, so we are speaking about Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. The cool thing we have seen here is that AVA does cost money. I had to say this right off the bat, but if you're still with us, you know, so they charge you a monthly subscription fee of $6 per month. Okay, so it is a service. They're helping you boost your credit score, and they are charging you for it. So that $6 a month is kind of similar to those rent reporting agencies we have reviewed on other shows. You know, from Boom to rent reporting, they are charging you a fee. So they're charging you $6 a month. Okay, so there are no hidden fees or interest charges for their products. And so the thing is that they want you to have excellent credit. They want you to save money. They want you to reach your financial goals, and they are charging you $72 a year for that. If you were to ask us, based on our research, it is totally worth it. It is totally worth it because when you have a high FICO score, you benefit in terms of lower APR on your credit cards and loans and lines of credit. Okay, so it is really worth it. And the thing is that AVA reports to all three major bureaus. Okay, they report your file to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian on the first day of every month. So the first day of every month they do it. So the thing is that, and the cool thing is, if you monitor your credit score or your credit report, you should see that AVA is reporting your transaction to them. Actually, they are reporting your history with them. Okay, so you should see the AVA trade line on your credit report by the 10th of the month after you join. Okay, now in the near future, AVA is saying that they would like to report on a weekly basis, which will be really, really wonderful. Okay, because their goal is to help you get a great credit score as soon as possible. So the more often you report, the better. Okay, and they promise you to see some improvements in as little as 30 days. Okay, and what we have seen from our own experience, we actually we got some clients. And we've seen a big impact in 60 days, not 30 days, 60 days, 100 points. So this is really cool. And AVA also promises never to sell your data or save your banking login. So all your information is kept safe with their 256-bit encryption. That's what they actually promise you. Last but not the least, I want to talk to you now about everything is pretty cool, right? Now, what if you are interested? What if you want to sign up? How do you do it? Well, you go to their website. It's meetava.com, and you go to the login. Okay. So the thing is, they will ask you to actually sign up, and you can continue with the Google or continue with email. Okay, you can sign up with your email account or your Gmail account. Totally up to you. So we chose Google. We chose Google for this test, okay? And they want you to enter your mobile number. So this is where they will actually, I was talking to you earlier, I said they will send you a link, a pre-qualification link to download the app. Not download the app, because the app you can download it without the link, but if you have the pre-qualification link, you're able to access their systems right away because they already have your information. So they will send you, once you enter your mobile number, they will send you a secret code that you need to enter to actually to continue the process. Okay, we didn't enter that because we don't need it. We don't need to build our credit score. Our credit scores are in the 800s, but so once you enter that, they will give you they'll ask you about your bank account. They'll ask you about your employment, okay, how much you're making, and all that kind of stuff. So from there, you will enter your basic information. I'm talking about first and last name, your date of birth, for instance, your social security number. They don't need to check your credit, but they just need it for identification purposes, okay? They'll ask you for your bank account, where you bank at. They will ask you about your employment history, okay? We've seen the last 5 years. In some cases, they will stay at the last 3 years. They'll ask you about a breakdown of your monthly expenses, okay? But overall, they're not really complicated, okay? Again, if you have any question and if you enter your information and nobody gets back to you, you can always, unfortunately, as I said earlier, you cannot call them. There's no toll-free number. So you need to contact them at info@meetava.com. That's the only way you can contact them. And they promise to get back to you within 24 hours. And we have never tried this, so we don't know if that's true or not. But that's what they say. So the sign-up process, the onboarding process is pretty straightforward, though. Really straightforward. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was talking to you about the AVA credit card. We just did an in-depth review, okay? So I gave you the overview about this card, the eligibility process, the target audience, the features, the FICO monitoring, the CRA reporting, and the signing up. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.